Yo, man, it's almost 4:30. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This is the Social Norm.
1, 2. You want top dollar and pop bottles and drop knowledge. Hit the throttle on nice autos without college. Do yourself a solid, put them boys on your screen. Wait, who do you mean? I mean Canteen and Beans. When the social norm is on, you better pay attention. They teach you lessons, make you laugh when you're stressing. Must I mention that the style is infectious? I gotta have it, I gotta have it. The rapid fire gabbing on my tablet. My boys established a gamut of information, from relations to dating to when your leader gets impatient. They're lacing the nation every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:30. The Social Norm Podcast, you heard me?
It's the Social Norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the Social Norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the Social Norm.
And I'm
Yeah. Yo. You already know what it is, man. Hey, we back at it again with another one. I'm your boy Canteen. This is my man Beans.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, it's the Social Norm. We go ahead and talk to you fellas, make you open your mind a little bit so y'all can be the best y'all can be. Now, today we got a banger for y'all. I want y'all to understand this is going to be a crazy episode because I had an epiphany. Beans. And today's episode is called The Number One Thing Men Need to Do to Get a Woman to Do What He Wants for Life.
Okay.
I know it's a long title, but I got something for y'all, man. All right. Today, I got to give y'all the disclaimer. This is me and Bean's personal opinion. This is not factual. This is not the end all be all. This is not the who said it and why. This is not your mama told you and I'm telling you different. This is just how we see things. All right. We both got our own opinions about stuff. Y'all got yours. We're going to respect them both. You feel me? Now, today, you know what I mean? I was reading this book.
Okay.
I've been reading this book for the last couple of days. And honestly, this book enlightened me so much, I had to go ahead and bring it to y'all, man. It's called How to Enjoy Your Life and Your Job by Dale Carnegie. All right. Now, it helps you out with a lot of different things, but honestly, it helps you out with life and how to enjoy life and how to cherish life. And it also helps you how to cherish your job and get the best out of your job. For
Cherish your job.
Cherish.
Let me see this.
All right. Now, how does that get to be where, and you're going to say, well, Canteen, how does this even have to do with relationships? And how does it have to do with me getting my woman or any woman to do what I want? All right. I'm going to let you watch this video. It's a famous scene from the movie Jerry Maguire. And I want you to watch this video and we're going to break it down. And then after we finish watching the video, I'm going to tell you the secret. If you ain't already realized it by the end of this video. All right, let's get into it. Now, let me give you the setup before we even go into the video. The scene is after, if you don't know this, he is a sports agent. And
It's the movie Jerry Maguire. If you
don't know the movie, I'm trying to tell you, he's a sports agent. And his wife and him are on the fritz right now. He just had his only client win the game-winning touchdown, and he's about to get paid. So let's watch this.
I love you, Jason. I love you, baby. Hug the baby. Hug Katie. Oh, I love you so much.
Now, right there, that's his player, his client talking to his wife after him having a great game.
No, I'm okay. You know ain't nothing gonna happen to me.
Yeah, I think that the problem is, Alice, you were saying earlier something about the biorhythms.
I was saying that the neural pathways are set, and that's why it's hard for people to change. That's why behavior doesn't change very often.
Michelle, what's wrong?
I'm sorry. I mean, these stupid holidays are making me feel more divorced, you know?
Now, right there, this is a group of women. They all meet up and they literally just talk shit about men
And
and the problems they have with men.
I'm gonna say, I understand you need to vent, but I do believe doing that just makes things worse.
Oh, it
You
makes it
just-
definitely toxic.
You're just adding gasoline to the fire.
But this is how women vent. They go together and they talk about what problems they have. And it's kind of like how we're doing right now as far as,
Yeah.
as
that's
us
true.
and you guys, the audience, we telling y'all things that we've gone through and things that y'all need to look out for. Let's continue. I want y'all to see. Now, the one woman, she's going through a divorce. She's just hating right now. She's hating life.
The one that was like
The one that said, oh,
the
the
holiday-
holidays
okay,
and things
that
like
one.
that. Let's continue.
With the songs and the constant chocolate eating.
Let that fucking chocolate go.
You know what? I have a confession to make. I've listened to you
This is his wife. Give you a heads up. That's his wife.
all tell 1,000 sob stories, and well, I've been very judgmental. Well, maybe you're all correct. Men are the enemy.
No, they're not.
But I still love the enemy.
Hello? Hello? I'm looking for my wife.
Now, before we go any further, I'm gonna let y'all know he just walked into the lion's den.
He sure did.
He got a bunch of women who are angry and mad and frustrated with men, and you got a man who comes in there looking for his wife that he's on the fritz with right now.
Who
Okay.
knows what she told him?
Yeah. So she's shocked to see him right now.
Wait. Okay. Okay. This is where it has to happen, and this is where it has to happen. I'm not letting you get rid of me. How about that? This used to be my specialty. I was good in the living room. They send me in there, and I do it alone. And now I just...
Now, you saw that look right there that girl gave him?
The one sitting down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
She
saw
been riding him the whole movie. She did not like this guy.
from Jump Street.
But the one thing he's doing right now is being vulnerable. And they love that.
But tonight, our little project, our company, had a very big night. A very, very big night.
Now, going back to the vulnerable thing, there's a debate that being vulnerable with your woman is not a good move.
I'm going to tell you right now. You'll never get a woman to do exactly what you want her to do until you're being vulnerable to her. And this is what I mean. It's like,
okay,
I give you the knife and say, and I turn my back. I've given you the control, and it's either you let me be the leader and control the situation, or you stab me in the back. But the fact that I give you the gun, I give you the knife, now what's your real intentions? Because if you have true intentions, you're not going to stab me in the back. If you do, if you have evil intentions, you will stab me in the back.
You're trusting.
I'm putting my trust in
in
you.
you.
That's what every woman wants. The same way she's putting her trust in you to protect and provide, she wants you to put your trust in her.
And you know what's crazy? And I don't want you to take it wrong. I'm actually surprised to hear you say this.
I know you are. I have layers that y'all don't really realize because all y'all do is see the surface.
Now, my thing is this. Now, I agree with you to a point. Like with your lady, of course, you should be able to be vulnerable with her.
Yeah.
Until she shows you that you can't.
That's true. But give her the opportunity
Yes, of
to
course.
show you.
Yes.
All right, let's get back into it.
But it wasn't complete. It wasn't nearly close to being in the same vicinity as complete. Because I couldn't share it with you.
Boom. Now I just want y'all to hear what she just said. It wasn't complete unless I shared it with you.
I couldn't hear your voice.
Look at that woman. That woman's like, oh my God.
I would laugh about it with you.
Oh my God.
I miss my wife.
Now, the things he just said, this is what women are looking for. They want to feel important in
It's
your
like-
life.
It's like words of affirmation.
Important. How do you make someone feel important? By appreciating them. And this is the number one key to getting a woman to do anything you want her to do.
We live in a cynical world. A cynical world. And we work in a business of tough competitors. I love you. You complete me. And I've just had...
Shut up. Just shut up. You had me at hello. You had me at hello.
Now, you know why, and this is always gets women choked up. You know why he had her at hello?
Why?
Because the fact of the matter is he showed up. He came there in the lion's den to say, where is my wife?
Put it all on the line.
So as soon as he showed up, he showed that she meant something to him. She was important and that he appreciated her through that story of him actually being in a moment of his success and he didn't have his woman with him. That's where he realized he appreciated her. See, the biggest issue that a lot of these red pill dudes and a lot of the simps have a problem with is the red pill dudes, they tell you how not to get played, right?
Yep.
But one thing they don't tell you, which you look at all of them, Kevin Samuels, rest in peace.
Fresh and fit.
AMS, Fresh and Fit, all of they don't tell you to appreciate your woman. See, the same reason women and men are at the fritz at each other is because they don't appreciate each other.
This is true.
But men, let me explain something to y'all. A woman will never be the first. She can't be the first because you are the leader. That means, and I told y'all from the jump, women are reactive, not proactive. Ask yourself, think about all the times in your life, how many times has women come up and asked you out? Think about it. So if a woman is too scared to ask you out on a date, how do you expect her to be the one to initiate the appreciation first? How are you expecting her to give herself up like that and be vulnerable when she won't even do that in the beginning? Women aren't built that way, but men are. We got tougher skin. We are built for the struggle of being the first, being the leader,
Taking the rejection.
taking the rejection. We can deal with that because we can
Yes.
bounce back up. Because the fact of the matter is, our self-ego, our self-esteem, even though in this modern world is low, we can bounce back from it better than women can. Women have fragile self-esteem. So they're not going to put themselves in a position to tamper with that. So you have to go and uplift your woman, put appreciation towards her, and guess what's going to happen? She's going to give it back more. See, we always keep trying to say, well, how do we win? How do we win? And think about this, fellas. That's not simping, because it is being selfish. Because the reality is, when you give people appreciation and you give people, make them feel important, they're going to give it back. They're going to give you whatever you want because they need that. Women crave to feel appreciated.
You're basically saying you're not just doing it for them.
You're doing it for yourself.
Got it.
Okay. That's what's selfish about it, because what happens is when you do it for yourself and you appreciate your woman, she craves you. She desires you. She needs that. Think about the whole setup of social media. There's a reason why women need social media. They've replaced the man with social media because the likes, the posts, the guy
comments.
saying you're cute. What do you think that is? That is showing appreciation of their beauty. And women crave that like a heroin addict. They have to have it. That's the only way they can exist. Okay. And get up out of and look and feel good about themselves is to have the appreciation. And if you give them that, they will give you whatever you want. And I mean this so wholeheartedly. Look at prostitutes, women who sell their bodies, and they sell their bodies for pimps, right? What do you think a pimp does? You think pimps are really just beating women into giving their body up? No, you can't force a woman to do anything. She does it because he appreciates her to the fullest, to where she wants to give up her body for him. There's women who will kill for their man because he appreciates her so much. He makes her feel. That's why I always told y'all, it ain't about, she don't love you. She loved the feeling you give her.
All right.
So, and that's why I say you gotta get this book.
So you're basically saying no matter what, matter what, show her appreciation.
You
Because
show
I remember
her
you telling me this
appreciation.
earlier. Like even if she isn't doing what you want her to do,
You
still
always
show her that appreciation.
You show her the appreciation, because this is the thing. Never criticize your woman. You never tell her. Criticizing people is the quickest way to people resenting you, to where they, and this works for both sides, but for women especially, if you just uplift and you always tell the things she does great, like I said, they need this. It's like morphine. It's like cocaine for them. If you always are uplifting her when she's having a bad day, if you're always telling her the things you love about her and the things that you enjoy about her, that, say she cooks you a meal, babe, I love when you cook. And you give her that feeling, that little tingle that she gets, when you need something and you say, hey, I need you to, is there any way you could do this for me? I need this from you. She's going to want to run and do it because she knows you give her this that no one else can give her. No one else is that she's not that important to other people. And once you make her important, she's gonna want to stay important. But if you criticize her, if you treat her like she's not important, if you treat her like you're not appreciative of the things she does for you, even if it's minor, because she thinks it is something. You might not think it's that, but treat it like it is.
So I'm trying to make this make sense. Okay. So let's say you do want your woman to cook, right? And she don't. You still uplift her, right? And then can you just be like, hey,
Shay says it's a two-way street. Uplift each other.
Of course, that's basically what we're trying to say. Yeah.
But go ahead.
I I lost my question here. So you want her to cook, you uplift her, and you're not supposed to tell her what you want, or are you just supposed to be like,
no, you can tell her what you want.
Just don't.
See, this is the thing. Don't come at it like you don't do this.
Okay.
You go and say, hey, I need you to do this for me. That's how you come about it. You don't say, I'm doing everything and you're doing nothing. And, yesterday, me and Beans, we went to see Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
Which was a great show. You had a good time?
Very good time.
Okay. And one of the things he said in the show, he's been married about 22 whatever years. He said, do not count.
Yes.
That means do not count the money. Do not count how many times she makes mistakes. Do not count how many times you do something good for her. Do not count any of those things, because what happens is you're making a tally. And if you give more in your mind than she does, then you feel like you're not getting anything. You feel like you're losing in the relationship. All right. And honestly, that's a horrible way to do it, because everything should be just y'all's. You know what I mean? The money, the gifts, the mistakes, all that it's just y'all relationship.
I hear that, but sometimes it and I'm speaking from experience here, my own personal experience. Sometimes it don't feel like that, and
you know why? It's
become a nagging wife. Very true, very true.
You said it doesn't feel like that.
It doesn't feel like that, and I will say this: Dave Chappelle is right about the not counting part. Now, I didn't in the beginning. I just did whatever I did. When I started counting, and when she started telling me no.
Okay.
That's when I was
what you got to ask yourself is this. Why was she telling you no?
Yes.
Were you giving her that feeling of appreciation?
I mean,
did you
criticize?
Did you criticize? You know in your heart if you did or not.
I probably did. I'm not going to sit here and act like I did.
Okay.
More than likely, I probably.
And I told you, criticizing someone makes them resent you.
That's true.
It makes them not want to be around you.
And thinking back, you're right. She needed. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example.
Go ahead.
It felt like it. You say it like it's a drug.
It
I
is.
had to give her a compliment. It felt like I was giving her compliments every 30 minutes. That's what it felt like. Like she always wanted me to compliment her.
Okay.
And after a while, it's getting to the point where it was just like I didn't mean it anymore, because I was just saying it. I know I was just saying it just to get her. Just all right, you're beautiful. Go away. Like that's her.
But okay, but this is the thing. Did you really believe she was beautiful?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I still do. And the thing is, it was getting to the point where, and this is my own fault. It was getting to the point where it was getting annoying. You know what I mean? And I hate to say it like that, but it was.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If this is your woman,
mm-hmm.
and your job is to uplift her,
yes,
and you understand that she has an insecurity about herself,
yes,
because she keeps asking for confirmation that you do think she's beautiful,
Yes.
why would you just not do what is necessary to make her feel good?
Listen, I
In
get
the
that.
sense of,
I get.
oh no,
I-
what I mean is this: even why didn't you? Maybe the reason she was kept asking is because maybe there was something you didn't do to show that you did think she was beautiful. A good gesture. I mean, I ain't talking about talking. I'm talking about a gesture of maybe getting her, roses sent to her
Did it?
Okay, maybe getting a hotel room and
I used to do that shit all the time.
okay.
Take her on weekends and everything.
Well, then you just maybe need to understood like this is just her.
And like I said, that's where my pay and that's why I said it's on me because it was just
You started not to appreciate her.
I didn't. My patience was wearing thin with it, and I and this is just me
But
reflecting.
my question is
It's
this:
just me
can I ask you a
reflecting.
question?
Yeah.
See, I don't think she changed. I think she always was like that. I think when you were with her in the beginning, you appreciated her, and those things didn't matter. Those things were fine with you then. And then when later on, when you needed something from her that either she didn't provide for you, then you started to resent her and not appreciate her, and that's where it started to become annoying.
That could be true. That does make sense. What she said?
The big word is used to.
Used to what?
I don't know. She likes to just write comments without
you gotta
be more specific, Shay. We need y'all.
And when I say used to, I think she means used to. I used to send her flowers and used to.
Yeah. There you go.
Here go the thing. I stopped.
Why?
Because she stopped.
Women are reactive.
I know. I'm just saying.
There's something you stopped doing
Listen,
that made her stop.
I don't know. And the thing is, I gotta go back and reflect and figure out what it is.
I'm telling you what it is. You stopped appreciating her.
Oh, I know. I mean, like, when did I start? I mean, what did I do to get there? I know. I mean, what specifically I did.
You probably started getting comfortable. One thing about men do, we get comfortable.
Could have been that.
And we forget that we already, every day you're with your woman, you have to realize she is, she's important, just as you are too. And you need to cherish her as she is important. And understand that, look, this person could be gone tomorrow. You could be gone tomorrow. So treat the same way you got her. She wants to have that feeling. I told you it's an addictive feeling. Feeling of importance, feeling of appreciation is addictive. And she's going to want that constantly. So when you come and get with the heavy guns and you giving her the romance and the all that, she's going to want that all the time.
That I get.
And
I definitely,
that's why I say start.
Agree with that.
That's why I say start low, because if you can't keep giving her that feeling of importance, of to help her self-esteem, it's gonna be some issues.
Oh, it definitely was. There was a point where I couldn't give her. I did start high.
She says, "Not tit for tat. We both lose when you do that."
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah,
I could definitely speak from experience from that. That's why I was trying to tell our other friend not to do that, because it never works.
It never worked, because
never works.
And not for nothing, as a man, you gotta nip that in the bud.
Yeah,
you gotta nip the tit for tat as a man, because women will take it all day long. That's what they're bred off of, is tit for tat, in the sense of pettiness. They're reactive. So if you with their emotions, if you come at them, they're gonna come back. That's just their nature. That's why women don't get along with women a lot of times, because they're like, hey, bitch, she does this and this and does that. They go tit for tat.
Yeah, I really can't get.
Don't play that game with them.
Nah.
But like I said, the number one key, fellas, is to appreciate the woman. Understand what she brings to the table. And it ain't gonna be what you bring to the table. it's never going to be what you bring to the table, because it's like apples and oranges. If you want her to do the exact same thing you're doing, maybe you should get a man. I'm just
That's
being
true.
real.
That's true. I never did expect the same thing. You know, I always used to say there's always somebody's more of something,
You know,
in a relationship than the next person.
and being appreciative and then being direct is one of the best things, because let her know what you need from her. Don't tell her what she's not doing. Don't tell her what she's bad at. Tell her what you need from her. And then let her, and always keep reminding of how important she is to you. You know, and the little things, sometimes the little things, showing appreciation goes a long way. If she's not a good cook and she cooks you a meal, I don't care if that motherfucker tastes like slop. Babe, I appreciate you cooking for me. You know what? This is delicious. You know, maybe you should try it this way next time, but this is really good. Give her that confidence to keep trying to work on the craft that's going to get her into being a better woman for you.
I will say that I was really bad at that.
You are blunt to the point where if she makes some meal and it's nasty and you say, it's nasty, don't say that. That's not going to help her.
We're going back. I was really bad at that.
I'm gonna give you an example. This is how simple this shit is. Look at little kids. And I always resort to little kids because it's the only thing that makes sense to me. If you got a little nephew or niece or a kid or a son or daughter, and they make a drawing, and the drawing look like you don't know what the fuck it is, and they tell you it's you and me and we and our little dog, and we all have, you don't sit there and say this shit looks ugly. You uplift them and say, that's great, little man. I see. Oh man, you gonna be an artist, ain't you? You great. You uplift them.
That is so true.
So why would you not do the same thing when you become an adult? You uplift the people who are trying. They're trying. That's where appreciation comes in. The try, the effort is what matters, not the landing, the effort. Because if you keep doing the jump, which is the effort, the landing will eventually stick. And then you ain't gonna have to tell them how to do it. They're gonna already know because you have trained them. You kept on working with them. And this goes for men and women. But I'm telling y'all, man, you have to be the leader and understand it starts with you.
True. How you always tell me? What do you always tell me? How you start is how you finish.
How you start is how you finish. And somewhere along the line, when relationships, if you really look at relationships and why they fail, the number one reason is because you stop appreciating that person on both ends, one or the other. And I'm telling you, more times than not, it's the man that starts to not appreciate the woman. Not saying at all times, because there are some good men out there that got done wrong by women who didn't appreciate them. They thought their grass was greener and the bread was, who they're buttered and all that kind of jazz. But I'm telling you, appreciate people in general, because each day is a blessing from God,
especially nowadays.
It really is.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't.
The little things actually count the most. It makes us feel special, and that's it. That's all women want to do is feel special. They want to feel important. They want to know they're important to you.
Very true, and vice versa.
No, that's a human thing. Women should want to know they're important.
Yes.
But I'm telling y'all, it's that simple. If you're in a relationship and things are not going well, ask yourself, are you appreciating that person? That's it. If the answer is no, then you got some work to do. And I had to learn that for myself, because the reason my last relationship didn't work was because I stopped appreciating the things they did do. And I'm looking back at it and realizing this woman at one point bought a hotel, decked it out, flowers, candy, desserts, balloons, all this stuff. Gave me booty, all that stuff in the beginning of the relationship. And to the point where it went from that to where she didn't want to come over and see me. Now, how does somebody go from that to this? Because clearly there was love, there was attraction. Understand, fellas, the woman, if she likes you and then you're being appreciative, she's going to love you. She's going to do anything she possibly can for you. But if that's the beginning stage, she has to like you. She has to want you. Then somewhere along the line, I started not appreciating what she was giving me. And it probably turned into resentment. And I criticized her. And then it got to slowly to where I wasn't giving her the same feeling I once did.
You know what it's like now listening to you. And I'm gonna, before I say anything, I hope people see this episode.
I really do.
Because you have a very you have a negative what's the word? People look at you when
a negative view.
Yeah, people view you negatively when it comes to relationship, and I hope people watch this because this is a different light. And I tell people if they really sit down and talk to you, they would see you in a different light.
I think it's because a lot of times I say very blunt, touchy things, touchy subjects, and I say it in a way that I feel it, how it comes out. And then they take it as, oh, you hate women. I don't hate women. I love women.
And I did tell you sometimes ain't what you say, sometimes it's how you say it.
Yeah. And I realize that. And I'm growing. And I'm growing as I get older. I realize the mistakes I've made.
Yeah.
Because the one thing I learned, and I get it from my father and growing up, criticism is like the devil. That's really what it is. Because when you look at yourself, who are you to criticize anybody? Unless you're perfect. And think about this, y'all. God, Jesus Christ, was perfect. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They say he was perfect. He was a perfect man that never sinned at all. And he didn't even criticize nobody. The people who were doing him wrong. So how the hell we gonna criticize? What the nerve of us, and as men, to be the leaders of the society and criticize somebody?
That's true. And going back, I kind of got a sidetrack there. Going back, what I was going to say was it's kind of like where.
Thanks, Shay.
What you say?
She said Carlton can't be a sweetheart. I would agree.
Okay, there you go. See now, it's like this debate online about Martin Luther King.
Yes,
right. If you've heard this, he did so many things for Black people. He about the civil rights movement and everything, but people remember him for one thing. These people were talking about the one thing he did wrong.
What?
And that was cheat on his wife.
Okay,
that's like, and I think, and I made that mistake too.
I'm gonna speak on that.
Not cheating on my wife, but I mean, like, she told me no one time, and then that in
you
my
were
mind,
already ready to
that
go.
mind that negated all the good things she did for me before.
Yeah.
Now thinking back now.
Now let me say this about those people who were talking bad about Martin Luther King. Great people always will be criticized by lesser people.
Very true.
And I mean this in the nicest form. And I know people gonna try to be on some bull when I say this. Donald Trump. Men, and I know you don't like him, I understand that. But men who are great, who have done things that the average man has not done, or the average woman, great women, have always and always will be criticized because they stand out and they are not the normal. They will always be just, criticized about how they do because the people who are criticizing them don't have anything better to do.
Okay.
And that's true facts.
Okay. I could get behind that.
Name one person in the world who has not done something wrong. I'll wait. Except Jesus. That's it. There ain't nobody else. So the fact that we as people, and that's why I say when you're not doing something right if you don't have haters, if you don't have people criticizing you. I mean, think about this: Bill Cosby, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Everybody, Malcolm X was a pimp. Martin Luther King, he cheated on his wife. Okay, cool. There's a lot of men who cheated on their wife. Bill Cosby, they got accused, went to jail for rape. There's a lot of people who done wrong or done bad things. That don't mean that they're not great people.
That's true.
So I don't even acknowledge, and the fact that I seen, I think it was B. Simone, a black woman.
That's what she. That was
who. Let's be real. Was never born or lived during his era, and probably is so young that she doesn't understand the impact that he has on her life.
Yeah. Well, that's what people were saying. It was like
she's lowering herself to become relevant. She's trying to stand on someone else's shoulders to get higher in life. And you don't need to do that. She's talented enough that she doesn't have to do that.
She don't.
But maybe she feels she does. And the fact of the matter is, and I say this, if you ladies, now I'm talking to y'all, because I was talking to men before, if you think, and I ask women all the time, what would you do if you had a man who did everything right for you, but sometimes he goes sleep with other women. He cheat on you. Oh, I wouldn't be with him. See, that's why y'all losing. Because you worried about the bad stuff, the trouble, the 1 to 10%, and you're not counting your blessings. You're not looking at the 90% of him that's good. You're looking at the bad and saying, I wouldn't be with him. What sense do it make to pass over a good or a great man because of 1 or 2 faults he has? And you tell me right now you ain't got no faults. You tell me right now everybody just want to be with you because you just so great.
Yeah. Look at Bill Clinton. Went through the same thing. Everybody thought he was a great president, and then
he was a great president.
Yeah, and when that happened, everything else was negated. Once you hear Bill Clinton, you think of what's that woman's name? Monica Lewinsky. Yeah. And it's unfortunate that one thing, the one thing he did, not even though he was wrong for it, even Martin Luther King, it's sad that even after Martin Luther King is dead, somebody brings that up. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, I always say let the dead be at peace. Don't speak bad about the dead. Don't speak ill about the dead. That's still karma, because energy is never destroyed. It's always just transferred. So when you go and talk bad about somebody, criticize somebody, you are gonna have people resent you. I'm telling you right now, B. Simone, I'm talking to everybody, men, women, and especially in the Black community. Let's stop talking bad about each other. I'm not saying I ain't guilty of it. I've been guilty of it too.
Me too.
But when you see somebody do something wrong, let's figure out how we can fix it. Let's not sit there and dwell on all the bad stuff, especially if somebody dead. The fact that we see Martin Luther King getting talked bad about the things he done and all the great things he's done for himself, for the community. Kevin Samuels, all they did was talk about the negative things he did in their mind. They never talked about any of the positive stuff that he brought to the table.
Yeah, he and the thing is, he talked about men. He talked about men too.
He did. He brought up subjects that are very touchy and things that we have not spoken on that we need to speak on. But the one thing I say, and I will agree with from the Black woman and for women in general, he never talked about the appreciation part.
Never did.
And that's the key to anything.
True. And the thing is, I never noticed it till literally you brought it up to me like an hour ago.
About what?
About how they never talk about.
That's it. The red pill is it's like one wing versus the other wing. You either got the simps who won't call no women out, he'll let women disrespect them. They'll let them do everything. See, these are men who are dealing with women that don't like them, that don't find them attractive, and they're still trying to force this woman to love him. I don't care who you are. If a woman don't like you or find you attractive,
That's it. She don't.
you
like
can spend as much money as you want. She will never love you. And then on the other end, they got the red pill guys who literally are saying, hey, these are the tricks and trades to where you can get a woman not to use and abuse you, right? To respect you.
Yeah.
See, they might respect you in the sense of, you can't trick, they can't play you, but they'll never love you and give their undying cooperation until you hit in that middle part, which is carrying yourself like a man with respect, treating that person with respect, and appreciating her and making her feel important. Once you get in between, once you get that right there, the appreciation, the importance, and you hold yourself to a higher level of respect to understand that you are the king, you are the leader, you will have every woman you want in the palm of your hands. But until then, you're going to always have problems with women.
Yeah. It's been very enlightening. I had to go back. Think back on how I used to be. And that's true. I had to sit. I could have said things better. I could have done things better. And I could have, not dwelled on
the things that you weren't getting.
Yeah, that I wasn't getting.
And this is why I say, it says, count your blessings, forget your troubles. All right? Because if you really look at your life and really look at your relationship and look at the good things that come from it, instead of harping on the bad things that come from it or that you don't have, you'll have a better life. You'll be happier. You won't sweat the small things. Because your life, if you look at it, it might be 90% good and only 10% bad. If you keep harping on that 10%, you're going to always miss that 90. And that's real talk. I'm preaching today. Y'all don't understand.
Damn.
I'm coming with some shit today. I told y'all this was going to be a banger. It was like a light bulb clicked in. I said, damn, that's what it is.
And we talked about things like that, like reading books and having epiphanies and revelations. I hate that because
it blow your mind. It make you be like, you jumped out of the matrix. You have understand everything you've been doing wrong.
Yeah.
And now, not only did you, because you've been doing stuff wrong, the same results happen, but you don't know why.
Yeah.
Now you realize why.
Yes.
How to Enjoy Your Life and Your Job by Dale Carnegie. I'm telling you right now, it will help you realize why you are not happy, why relationships haven't worked out for you, why your job hasn't been fulfillful for you. A lot of things, because the reality is it's all about perspective.
And you know what's crazy about, these epiphanies and revelations stuff? I see it now in other people. And because what was I this morning? I was at Walmart and I see this dude and this lady walking and she is talking away. Like she is
just jibber jabbing.
Just jabbing.
At him, or she talking to like a story?
Yeah, she's just talking like, hey, me and Sarah with the story, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like this and I'm like that. And you could tell the look on his face is like, shut up.
Yeah. See, right there, that's a man who's not appreciating his woman.
Yes, and I was like,
or the conversation.
I was like,
See, and now this is the funny part. The same way he's wishing she shut up and he wouldn't have to listen to this story. If she stopped dealing with him and didn't want to talk to him no more,
he would wish he would be.
He'd be wishing she talking to him.
Yeah, who she talking to now?
Exactly. See, when the woman is all over us and giving us their attention and wanting to be under our wing, we don't respect it. We don't appreciate it. But then when they not, now you want it. Now you appreciate it.
Yes.
It's sad that we have to sit there and lose something to realize what we had.
What's that saying? You don't miss your water till your well runs dry.
That's it. And that's what we as men got to get better at.
Yeah.
Because we think it's all about us. No, it starts with us.
Yes.
And ends with us. But in between, it's all about the woman. And that's the real facts. And when you realize that, your life will be a lot happier. Stop sweating the small things. Stop counting. Stop counting on what you're doing and what she's not doing. Just enjoy and love what she gives you and appreciate it. I ain't got nothing else. You anything else you want to talk about before we get up out of here?
No, I love the part where, like you said, Dave Chappelle said, stop counting. I needed to hear that yesterday.
You did.
I mean,
I needed to hear it. Dave Chappelle, go subscribe to Dave Chappelle right now. He is a genius.
The GOAT
of comedy.
He is.
He can make anything happy, make anything funny.
Yes.
We needed it in Buffalo. Shout out to you, Dave.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We love you. Come back. Don't be no damn mermaid and leave 6 years again and not come back. We want you here. We need you here.
He did have me laughing when he said, exactly like I left it.
Yeah, Buffalo ain't changed. And they ain't going to change another 5-6 years.
It's really not. I mean, and that's the best part about his shows. Like, you know you're going to laugh. Yeah. I came there for the jokes, but you don't expect to be
so inspired and learn
and
so much.
Yeah, towards the end of it. And I couldn't believe it. And shout out to Dave. He didn't take any of the money. Well, he said the money's going to go to the families of the victim of the top shooting.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say
maybe his cut. I'll say
I'm gonna say what I said last night. I ain't hearing that bullshit. I trust. Look, I love you, Dave, and hope you did what you really said. But I gotta see the receipts. Hey, if y'all like the content, man, hit the like button. Share this, man. Every fella, every lady, share this video so they can understand what we gotta start doing as a community, as men. We are the leaders. We gotta be the ones to show the appreciation and show women that they are important. And I guarantee you, they'll start treating us the same way, man.
Yes.
That's what it is. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, because we know we do videos Monday and Friday, 4:30 Eastern time. Y'all don't want to miss any of our episodes. And actually, if you want to go ahead and hit the, I actually got a link right here now. Finally, that's the Cash App. Hit us up if you want to support the channel. Hit us up on Instagram. Hit us up on Facebook. You already know the Social Norm page. My Instagram, your boy Canteen. And we appreciate everybody rocking with us, man. Hey, at the end of the day, today's Friday. We got through the man with the 1, 2, 3 punch. What?
Today's Monday.
Oh, shit. I'm crazy, y'all. Today is Monday, so you know what that means. The man is back on our fucking throat. And guess what? We here. We ducking and dodging. Let's get through the week. And I'm going to see y'all Friday, man. Hey, I'm your boy Canteen.
I'm your boy Beans.
Hey, it's the Social Norm, man. Hey, I hope y'all like our new little intro or outro.
Yeah.
Because that shit just make us laugh. I'm out this bitch.
Daddy.